Hello folks, I'm OdinSpack, and welcome to another day of Odin's Collection. Today I have for you Mario Kart 8 on the Wii U.
Woohoo! Here we go.
Alright, so this is Mario Kart 8. It is 10 years old as of today. And I mean, technically, it came out a day before in Japan, but as far as North America, that's what I'm going off of. It is 10 years old. And I absolutely had to celebrate this day because this game is it's pretty important, I would say, to to my gaming career and to my social life. The Puddle Plains group, the Puddle Plains HD group, of which I consider most of my friends a part of, or at least some extension of that. Pretty much, we got our start from playing Mario Kart 8 online. Some of us knew each other before that. Here, let's go into our first track here, which is Mario Kart Stadium. We're playing all the hits today, and then we'll keep going into this. But, I knew some of them before Puddle Plains, before Mario Kart 8, but we all kind of came together for this game. It was a lot of us in a Skype group, and the Skype group got too big that eventually Skype was like, no, you have too many people, you can't do calls anymore. And then we ended up making a Discord server, and ever since, that's just where we hang out. And it's kind of crazy to celebrate this 10 years later. A bit nostalgic for a game that is the most recent entry in the Mario Kart series. Now technically I'm playing the Wii U version. There is the Switch Mario Kart 8 Deluxe, which is just like the enhanced I wouldn't even say remaster, but I guess it's just the enhanced port, I would suppose, of that sounds right. Of this game. It's a little weird going back to this one, especially because it only has like one item as opposed to the two that you get, but it still feels plenty good to play. I'm playing as DK, that's my guy, which is I love playing as DK, and he's pretty fitting for the. Honestly, I feel like I got a bigger appreciation for DK because of Puddle Plains. We would meme about that, like, DK anime Donkey Kong. I have no idea why, but it just became a thing, and I think that's why I started playing as DK a little more, which is really weird, I guess. But some little interesting facts about, this and the timeline and how it works out. Before this game came out, Mario Kart 8, the Wii and DS servers had just shut down about a month or two prior. And oddly enough, echoing this now that this game is 10 years old, the Wii U and 3DS servers actually just went down about a month or two ago as well. So it's kind of crazy, like, 10 years later, you got the same thing happening again, just for like the next set of consoles, and it's actually kind of wild just thinking about that. I remember being so hyped for this game. This is actually the first in 2014 was actually the first year where I started my year to clear, which is what a year where I didn't purchase any games besides the ones I had kind of already set out to buy. And at this point, going into 2014, we knew that Mario Kart 8 was coming out, and we knew that Super Smash Bros. 4 was coming out. Yeah, they both came out same year. And so I was like, okay, after MagFest, which was in January, because I didn't want to stop myself from like buying anything because it was at the beginning of the year. I thought that wouldn't have been too fair. All right, hold on. We'll continue after we go to Toad Harbor to air buys. Let's go to track 2, Toad Harbor. But, I didn't want to stop myself from being able to buy any games at MagFest, because it was the beginning of the year, and, like, I loved at least trying to buy, like, a game at a convention. So, after that, I was like, alright, no games. I'm not allowed to buy anything except for Mario Kart 8 and Super Smash Bros. 4, in which I did succeed at that. I actually purchased, these were the only two games that I bought the entire year, my year to clear. I think I made some decent headway into my backlog that year, and then every year since I've tried to do good at it, and I've been honestly pretty bad at it. I've been pretty bad at getting through my backlog. But I was just anticipating this game so much, and we would play Mario Kart 7 a little bit. That was kind of the pre-Puddles era. We would be playing Mario Kart 7 in Tennis Bubba 13's streams that he would be doing. So he had a 3DS capture card, and that was kind of setting us up. Then I also had the Farewell to Wi-Fi, on which I played Mario Kart Wii, amongst other Wii and DS titles. It's like I said, it just feels so weird that it's like, yeah, this is now. Oh, I'm going right into that tram. It just feels really weird that I'm just, you know, like this game is still the most recent Mario Kart, but it's old now. So, you know, when Mario Kart 9 comes out, I feel like it's going to be a pretty sad day, because this is going to be my favorite entry in the series. I feel like these games have just gotten better and better with every entry, but honestly, when Mario Kart 9 comes out, it's going to have to do something really impressive for me to change my stance on how much I like this game, because it just has so much. I've always said, like, you know, they could just keep the Mario Kart 8 engine forever, and you could just keep adding more and more stuff to it, and I'd be happy. So when they announced, like, the Booster Course Pass with the 48 more tracks for the deluxe version on Switch, I was ecstatic. I was like, yes, that's all I've ever wanted. I just want more Mario Kart 8. So I couldn't have been happier. But I gotta say, like, it's so funny because those, you know, people really love all the retro tracks in Mario Kart. I gotta say, going back and playing these, like, original tracks from Mario Kart 8, it is, like, it is invoking, like I said, a special kind of nostalgia for sure, because I really like the original tracks in this game, like, a lot. And, I mean, we're gonna end with a retro track, because we gotta get the namesake of Puddle Plains out here. But, man, Mario Kart Stadium, that's gotta be my favorite starting course or track in a Mario Kart game. And Toad Harbor, this is just such a fun track, just a fun look to it and everything. It's fantastic. By the way, speaking of Puddle Plains, we actually have done quite a bit of content on the YouTube channel, which doesn't get updated anymore. But all that nostalgic content is there, including some Mario Kart 8 that we did. For some reason, some of it vanished. I don't really know what happened to it. Hold on. We're gonna go to one of the bad courses that we notoriously don't like, which is Bone Dry Dunes. But I feel like, you know, if I don't pick this one, it wouldn't feel right. This isn't a favorite course for sure, but this is one I'm always gonna associate with Puddles, and just the sigh of despair whenever this shows up in a random or someone picks it or something. So I have to pick it. Maybe it's grown on people since, but I'm still not a huge fan. But I gotta pick it for the video. But yeah, some of the videos vanished, and I'm not really sure what happened to those. But we actually had a Puddles Cup that we did, and it was 4 tracks, and I'm pretty sure, I don't know what track 3 was. I mean, we might have done Bowser's Castle. I can't remember now, but I know we definitely did Mario Kart Stadium, Toad Harbor, and then there's one more that we haven't seen yet that we'll be doing after this that I know was a part of it. And for the life of me, I can't remember what the 4th track is, but maybe it was this one, like, as a joke? I doubt it, but I don't think it was a retro track. It might have been Bowser's Castle. I wish that video still existed, because then I probably would have just done those 4 tracks, and I think that would have been pretty appropriate. I feel like the identity of Puddle Plains Mario Kart tracks really fits into these ones that I'm playing. And I don't know, things have changed so much over the years. I definitely don't talk to a lot of them as much as I do, as much as I did back in the day. But I think that's just kind of due to, you know, life moving on. I mean, so much has changed over the 10 years. You know, honestly, I don't know if I even would have, if I would even gotten married, you know, without Puddle Plains. I know that sounds really weird to say something like that, but it's true. Who knows if I would have stuck with that friend group, and, you know, my wife is in that friend group, so it's kind of funny thinking about it. It's just, you know, it's a. It's kind of funny, you know. A lot of them were at my wedding, Like, it's, you know, just from playing a simple game like this, just from playing Mario Kart, that's what this game really means to me. And, you know, I mean, everyone loves Mario Kart. You know, it's not like I necessarily have these amazing stories to tell that other people don't have. Like, you know, games like this, multiplayer games, really bring people together. And I think, you know, maybe this was just at a time where we all kind of needed to get together. You know, it's like so many other multiplayer games had come out before this. It's really surprising that we had such a huge community rally together around a game like this. You got to figure the Wii U was not a popular console, but we were all big Nintendo fans, and you know, we were all on board. And I guess it was just at the right time. So I don't know. It's just really funny thinking about it. Like, you know, how things have changed, and you know, where life has taken me and taken the group in these past 10 years. And like I said, what's going to be next? Well, I'll tell you what's going to be next. It's going to be Donut Plains 3, the namesake of Puddle Plains, because we have nicknames for each of the tracks, or at least a lot of the tracks, and Donut Plains 3 was Puddle Plains because it's filled with puddles. And it's also Puddle Plains HD because, you know, Donut Plains 3 was on the Super Nintendo. This is HD. Look at this. It's glorified. Look at those puddles on the track. You know, this track's, honestly, it's not even that impressive or amazing, you know, it's really pretty simplistic because it is a Super Mario Kart track, but I guess the name just kind of stuck. I don't know who it was who originally came up with the name. I don't know who it was who suggested that this be the name of the group, but if you ever wanted to know, if you're ever curious what Puddle Plains is, it's this right here. This is Puddle Plains. And you know, honestly, this track is a big glow up from the Super Nintendo version. That track is hard. That's a special cup track in that game. This one, it's a, Banana Cup, which is basically like Flower Cup of the retro tracks. So, not nearly as difficult. But, yeah, I mean, this is it. This is Mario Kart 8. You know, in 10 years from now, you know, who knows where life will take me at this point. Who knows? You know, I feel like I probably could have done way more content of this game at some point. And I did my fair share of streaming. But, it's, you know, no point in looking back on that now. I'm sure when Mario Kart 9 comes out, whatever it may be called, I'm sure, you know, we'll rally together again and, you know, relive the glory days. But, you know, those days are gone. And, you know, I never even talked about the weird versus mode that was in this game, too. But this track is actually one of the versus tracks for versus mode. Are we going to play that? No. Most definitely not. But we're destroying here. Looks like we're going to get a quadruple first. Thankfully, we didn't get cheaped out by any items or anything. So that's pretty good. And there we go. The the Puddles Cup on Odin's collection, I guess. Like I said, I don't know if Bone Dry Dunes is part of the Puddles Cup, but it is now. And I wanted to show off all the tracks that I thought, like, just really brought me back to Mario Kart 8 as opposed to just doing a Grand Prix. I thought it made more sense. But thank you so much for watching. I'm sure it shows Bone Dry Dunes in the background, too. Thank you so much for watching today's Odin's Collection. I've been OdinSpack, and happy 10 years to Mario Kart 8. Thank you for watching, and have a great rest of your day. Bye now.